I recently read an article stating the top 20 most influential people in the entertainment business, and you were number one above all the billion-dollar studio heads.
This is pressure, guys.
Yeah. I mean, it's got to feel good, though, right? Above all the billion-dollar studio heads and actors and actresses out there.
That's because he actually makes things.
Yes, that's true. That is true.
Silicon Valley is about making things.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes, and
I'm
wondering...
he is our analog in that world.
Yeah.
He makes things.
And I'm wondering why you think this is, why your movies and projects are so influential and really global, I guess.
Look, I mean, because it worked out, you know, but I think the question really begs, you know, what was the process before the fact? What did you think you were doing long before you knew it was going to work out? And for me, it's about challenging myself, trying to do something people haven't done before, and that comes from curiosity, really. I mean, all of the exploration stuff, wanting to go down and see what's at the bottom of the ocean, is the same thing as wanting to see something on a movie screen that couldn't exist before. And I have this, I don't know if it's a blessing or a curse, it's probably both, depending on, you know, what's happening in the moment. But when I think of something that I think is possible to do and hasn't been done before, I have to make it to see if it was possible, you know, to see if that presumption was right. And sometimes it comes out of conversation with engineers, sometimes it comes out of conversations with artists, but there's this switch that gets thrown. Okay, now I got to see it. Let's just do it. Let's do it, guys.
I can also answer his question on your behalf a little bit by saying, you know, that genius is 99% perspiration.
Exactly.
And what people don't talk about you and your work is how hard you worked on these things. Avatar was how many years in development? The shooting itself was 4 or so years.
Yeah.
You had to develop almost everything yourself, the entire platform. And these are 12-hour days, 7 days a week. Most people
12
don't work
hours,
that hard.
I wish it was 12 hours.
That's right. So not only do you, so my advice would be, if you're going to try to do this, you have to really love it.
Yeah.
And I think the characteristic of it is you really
That's
love
good.
it.
You know what, that's good, because I was having a really bad day down on the set in Wellington, New Zealand, and I was 2.5 years into the film, and it was just a meltdown. Everything was going wrong. We were going over budget, and we hadn't solved a bunch of technical problems, and I was just cranky with the whole crew, and I went home that night, and I woke up the next morning, I thought, you know, you did Titanic. You really didn't need to work again. If you did this to yourself again, there must be a reason. It's because you like it. So remember that you like it, you know?
That's great. That's great. A little self-talk lesson from Jim Cameron.